Everyone, it's Brian here, the UK Bitcoin Master, back with another video in my series, Bitcoin for Beginners. Let's get to it. Hey everyone, it's Brian and it's great to be with you all. Today is Monday the 25th of February 2018 and as always have a strong Bitcoin hand. Just doing the check over on my TV over there to make sure that you guys can hear me in this sound. Hi you Saginamis, great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us and supporting the channel. Lovely to have my lovely wife in the call as well. That's great too. As I've said, today is the 25th of February 2019. I think I might have said 2018 a little bit earlier. And as always, have a strong Bitcoin hand. You know my philosophy by now. Buy your Bitcoin, get it off an exchange onto a Trezor hardware device, and then do nothing with it. Do follow me across all of the platforms I post this video on. It goes up on Steemit, DTube, or DTube is linked to Steemit. It goes up on Bit.Tube. Obviously, it's up on YouTube. All the links are below in the notes. Check out the notes section below. The links are down there to anything I cover on the video today. Also, do follow me on Twitter. If you're watching this on Steemit, give us an upvote and a re-steam. I would greatly appreciate it. I was thinking over the weekend what I was going to talk about, and I was on Adam Meister's, the Bitcoin Meister show, as were you Saginami, on Friday when he had a guest, Simon Dixon, on the show. And Simon Dixon, for me, he just wrapped it all up nicely. He encompassed everything we tried to get over to you guys on our channels. And that is, while the market is down, while Bitcoin is down, and in fact it went up over the weekend, as you can see from CoinMarketCap, which I'll put up in a minute, it's dropped back down again. But you know what? If you're a 20% mentality, if you've got a strong hand, if you're not checking the price every 5 minutes, you don't need to be worrying about it. What you need to do is understand what is going on behind the scenes. Elaine, say hello to you, Saginami. Elaine is there. You know, there's so much going on behind the scenes, you know, and the weak hands just watch price and then freak out and sell the Bitcoin. And no, you don't want to be doing that. And what I want to try and do is demonstrate that on this show, okay, by talking to you about the institutions, the people with famous names that are actually coming into the space or getting involved into the space or looking to come into the space. Now, what I'm going to do before I do that, I'm going to run a short video, an excerpt that I took from Adam Meister's show with Simon Dixon, and listen to what Simon has to say about where this thing is going. Let's take a listen now.
It's crystal clear to me that this bear market was mass accumulation, over-the-counter trades to accumulate as much Bitcoin as humanly possible. Wall Street and NASDAQ and stock exchange all of a sudden, and Fidelity and everyone all of a sudden, all extremely, you know, seeing Bitcoin as this reputable thing. Originally, they laughed at it. Then they tried to take it out with the word blockchain. Then they tried to create their own things. And now they're talking about how Bitcoin's the only reputable thing that they could actually create custodial solutions for, or ETF solutions for, or cryptocurrency exchanges for. And all of these financial institutions, all of these large companies, all getting involved in this during, you know, and building this technology. It's just, you know, to call this a bear market just because of the price, I can't put into words how much technological development, how much integration this is taking in the world. And very few people actually know that and realize that. And I'm just certain that the last year was just about ginormous mass accumulation and redistribution of Bitcoins in this bear market before every single financial institution and large companies start releasing their solutions. And just, you know, having Samsung integrate that into the phone. You know, we take these things for granted now, but this is really, really big, powerful companies that are saying crypto's not going anywhere. I don't know how you reverse it from here. I don't know what people don't understand. This is part of the, this is integrated into pretty much everything we're going to be doing. And very few people realize that right now. And the bear market produces maybe the last opportunity for people to get involved in that, if they can just think beyond some short-term price movements and what's happening here. These companies do not mess around their reputation on things that are fly-by-night and going to disappear. Just think about this. Have you ever heard Samsung talk about integrating stocks and shares into their phone? That doesn't happen. Have you heard Samsung talk about how they're going to make it easy for people to integrate with gold? The writing's on the wall with this. It's okay, Samsung could just be an idiot that got it wrong. But I don't think they are. But this is crypto. This is being like integrated into the plumbing and engineering of some of the largest companies in the world. It's just truly incredible.
Okay, you see what I mean? When you dissect all of that and you understand where this thing is going, you can't help but get a strong hand. It's impossible. Let's have a look at what I mean. What I want to do is pop on over to my desktop and let's just quickly have a look at coinmarketcap.com. If you weren't a 20%er, you'd be freaking out by this, wouldn't you? You'd be thinking, what the heck is going on? The price is crashing. But when you understand, what's going on behind the scenes, etc., this doesn't freak me out at all. I don't even check the charts. I'm just checking it because I'm doing the show, because obviously we saw a spike back end of last week and over the weekend, and now it's gone back down again. And that's okay, because what I want to do is, if you take on board what Simon says, yeah, you Saginami, definitely an early adopter. Crikey, I wish I was in Bitcoin when Simon discovered it, and Adam, and all those years ago. And I think you too, you Saginami. I didn't find it till 2017. So, I'm not an early adopter, but I still think I'm in early. But for those of you that haven't yet got your strong hand, Berkeley, I hope you can hear my microphone because it's actually quite a distance away from my mouth. I had a bit of a problem with the setup today, but I'm sure you can hear me okay. For those of you that haven't got your strong hands yet, it is about doing your own research. And in fact, when I come back on, I'll put on my disclaimer that I don't give financial advice. When I was shown this a couple of years ago nearly, my friend said to me, do your own research. For goodness sake, don't invest on anything I'm saying. He said, I'm really excited about it, but you must do your own research. And I'm saying the same to you, and I'll put that disclaimer up a little bit later. But if we start to look, this is just a handful of articles of influential people, millionaires, billionaire people, and they're talking about crypto and Bitcoin in some form or another. Let's take a look at them. Okay. We've seen many of these before. If you're in the know, you've seen them. But if you haven't and you're new to this and you're watching this in the future on catch-up, firstly, bottom right, as you look at the screen, there's a big subscribe button. Do subscribe to the channel, please. Like this, share it, all the normal stuff. Bash the bell button so you get notified when I go live, etc. But if you're new to Bitcoin, the crypto world, I want you to take notice of some of these articles. First, you've got Samsung. Samsung is the second largest mobile phone supplier behind Apple. And what are they saying? Confirming crypto key storage feature on their new Galaxy S10. So, would an organization, a multi-billion organization like Samsung, come into the space if Bitcoin was a Ponzi scheme and it was going nowhere? I don't think so. Number two, Fidelity is launching its own crypto trading platform. Fidelity is a 7 billion global company that deals with finances. I forget what I was reading. I forget what it said, but it's client-based. It maintains some 7.2 trillion in client assets. Is that a pretty big organization? They're coming into the market. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, American sports car. Elon Musk calls Bitcoin brilliant, better than paper money for value transfer. There's another example. Jack Dorsey from Twitter. He expects Bitcoin to become the world's single currency in about 10 years. This is a big deal, people. These articles are from millionaires and billionaires that have massive influence around the world. Here's another one. Tim Draper, in 5 years, Bitcoin will knock fiat or currency, dollars, yen, etc., out of the game in 10 years. Now, none of us know what's going to happen, but these guys that have strategists behind them, they have experts behind them, they have marketing teams behind them, they are saying this stuff, and I am just re-echoing it to you all. I love this lady. Caitlin Long. Look, former Morgan Stanley senior exec. She dealt with multi-million and billion-dollar contracts. She's talking there, how Wall Street want to ruin Bitcoin because they do not want it to threaten their current system. Now, none of us know what it's going to do to the current system, whether it will completely revamp it and change it and Bitcoin becomes the future of money, whether it'll integrate and it will keep the banks honest and the exchanges honest. We don't know that. But again, you've got somebody with the clout of Caitlin Long that is saying these things, how the big institutions want to ruin Bitcoin. Here's a guy, love him or hate him, John McAfee. If you've got a computer, chances are you've got McAfee Internet Security on that computer. He's the guy that founded that. He's not involved now. But again, love him or loathe him, and there are two sides of the fence there. What is he saying? And he's very influential again. He triples down on Bitcoin hitting $1 million by 2020. Now, none of us commentators believe that's going to happen, but we do believe at some point it will happen when Bitcoin and cryptocurrency gets into the trillions and not the billions. But we're down the road a little bit with that. A little bit closer to home, I'm in the UK. Barclays, apart from all the flipping adverts that pop up. Barclays set to become the first UK high street bank to accept Bitcoin as it starts taking charity donations in the virtual currency. Flipping heck, Barclays is big in the UK. And if Barclays are doing that, you guys that haven't got your strong hands, start to get your strong hands. Because, how many have I covered so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th article, the 8th massive influencer or big institutions. The last one I want to put up here. 10 celebrities investing in, using, and talking about Bitcoin. So the celebrity world's involved as well. Ashton Kutcher, the actor, involved in Bitcoin. Nas, a rapper and a songwriter. Again, I'm not picking up on individually what they're all doing. Lily Allen, the musician. Mel B from the Spice Girls. Donald Glover, on the release of his album, he's another rapper. Roseanne Barr, the actress. Drew Carey, actor and comedian. Richard Sherman, I'm not quite sure what he does. I can't see it there. Chad Johnson, a former National Football League star, and finally Snoop Dogg. There's enough evidence out there, guys and gals, to prove that you need to do something, not financial advice, you need to be doing something to move yourself, let me bring me back up again, to get yourself into the crypto world. You're going to have to forgive me, this is a Bitcoin channel, for believing that Bitcoin is the rock. It's the one that I believe. No financial advice meant here. Disclaimer is there now. I believe that Bitcoin is the rock. It's 10 years old. It's got some of the most phenomenal developers working on it. You say, Mel B is my girlfriend. Love it. Absolutely love it. She just doesn't know it. Fantastic. So you know, there's enough evidence out there that shows that I'm not talking a load of twaddle. You know, bash the bell button. Please share these videos. You know, we're in the bear market. You know, it is still going sideways. We believe it's going to go sideways maybe for all of 2019 yet. But I've just demonstrated to you all that there is not enough going on behind the scenes that this is not going away. There is enough people with knowledge, experience, passion, belief, money, influence that tells us, you know, if I've missed anyone out big, put it in the notes there, please, for the people that are watching this down the road. If I've missed anyone out or any institution out, or we've got the ETFs I haven't even talked about. You know, so guys, with passion, with belief, I encourage you to get into this space and start building your Bitcoin pot, because I know you won't regret it. So I hope you found that useful, everyone. As always, have a strong Bitcoin hand. Buy some, get it onto a Trezor. My email address is below if you want a consultation. There are links below to buy t-shirts, register with exchanges, obviously to my archive of all my videos. Please forward this on Twitter. If you've seen one of my posts that I was going live on Twitter, if you found it useful, educational, beneficial, if you feel somebody else could find it beneficial, that will really help us commentators. It will also help the Bitcoin space, the crypto space, and helping the mass adoption of this most phenomenal change in the world when in February 2019, it just feels so amazing to be alive. So if you're watching this on Steemit, again, give us an upvote and a re-steam. I greatly appreciate it. Bottom right hand of your screen, if you're on catch-up, do subscribe to the channel and bash the bell button, etc. Click the like button. I'm probably rambling a little bit now. That is it for today, guys. Have yourselves a fantastic Bitcoin day, phenomenal week, whatever you're doing. And as always, I'll catch you around 2 p.m. on Thursday. Cheers, everyone. Have a great Bitcoin day. If I can shut this thing off.